Today I'm going to reveal the 3 reasons why your fears are being fanned by the present virus. Hello, this is David Greenwood of Your Life in the Now, helping you to move forward despite any of the current situations, any of the current worries and fears, to help you to enjoy your life in the now. So yes, today we're going to talk about those 3 reasons, and they're very important ones, and once you understand them, you can deal with them, because I don't want to just reveal them. I want to give you techniques and skills you have so that you can overcome those fears. So let's get right to it. Fear number 3 is the fact that you create habits. That's right, habits. Something as simple as a habit. Now, what is a habit? A habit is usually something created by your subconscious mind to keep you safe, to keep you moving in the same direction, something that becomes automatic. Now, most of the habits we tend to think about are negative, like a habit of quitting smoking. You want to quit smoking, or maybe the habit of overeating or drinking or doing something that is not healthy for you. Well, we also create healthy habits. Brushing your teeth, cooking dinner, going to the gym, exercising, taking the kids to school, going to work. These can become healthy habits that we settle into, and allows your subconscious to feel safe and secure, like it's in natural control of your environment. Now, when your habits are threatened, it causes background anxiety. Anxiety is the worry over something in the future, and that's exactly what your subconscious does. When habits have been disrupted, it causes it to feel uneasy. It's no longer feeling naturally in charge and in control. So that the healthy habits that have been disrupted by the virus naturally are causing your subconscious to be worried. So what can you do about it? Well, the first thing you want to do is, again, reassert your ability to create healthy habits. Now, just because there's this pandemic going on doesn't mean you can't get outside and go for a walk, that you can still exercise. You can either go to work or you do your work at your house. You want to be able to reestablish healthy patterns of behavior that will allow your subconscious mind to feel safe and secure once again. Now, we don't want to have habits based on fears, but in the short term, helping your subconscious to feel safe and secure is going to be vitally important. So that fear, by going off of the habits, disrupting your life, is one of the first things that causes your subconscious and your life to be disrupted and to feel this background anxiety and fear. Okay, which leads us to reason number 2. Reason number 2 is simply the fact that this is an unseen force, an unseen foe, if you will, an unseen threat. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't touch it. It's not like an enemy, like a person or even an animal, that you can see it, move away from it. It's in the very air we breathe. This causes tremendous superstitious fears within your subconscious. It's totally beyond the worry of the habits. It's not being able to feel safe anywhere. Again, the very thing that keeps us alive, the air, can now turn into a deadly foe for us. So you can imagine how your subconscious reacts with fear, with doubt. It doesn't want to go out of the house. It's afraid of breathing. Going to the grocery store can become something that can be death-defying. So the fact that the virus is so small, so tiny, a microbe that you can't see and can't get a handle on, it triggers all those old superstitious fears of being out of control. You can imagine our ancestors trying to survive in a world with earthquakes and volcanoes and meteors and eclipses and thunderstorms and lightning, and all those superstitious fears of something so totally beyond their ability to understand it. Those go deep into our psyche, and those are still in you in some place, in the part of your brain, the reptilian part of your brain, the earlier part of your brain. These fears are in there, and this virus, which is unseen and can be anywhere, is going to trigger those superstitious fears and cause you to feel out of control. Now, what can you do about it? The first thing you can do is make sure that your immune system is as strong as possible. That's right, the thing you can do is be healthy. When you have a healthy body, your body naturally is able to overcome, to the best of your ability, some of the worries, the fears that are there are going to be diminished as your subconscious mind is able to trust that your immune system is going to do the best it can to respond to any threat. To help your immune system, what do? First, you make sure you're healthy. You stop smoking. You stop taking drugs or weed. You drink less. You exercise more. You eat better. You do the things you love to do, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's calling a friend, whether it's volunteering somewhere, doing some sport that you can do, reading, writing, focusing, being creative. There's so many amazing things you can do. It's going to make you feel better mentally, emotionally, and physically. This is the best that you can do to be in the healthiest state of mind and body is going to be your best effort, your best defense against any unseen force. And to a great degree, it's going to help your subconscious to trust that, yes, you are moving in the right direction and you're as safe as you can be. Obviously, taking the precautions, the distancing and covering up the mouth, etc., etc. Of course, these are valuable things to do as well. The idea is, know that your subconscious has irrational fears within it. And these irrational fears are going to be what we want to make sure are diminished. And as you're as healthy as possible, it's going to go a long ways to helping with this. Now, this leads us to the number one fear, the very thing that causes so much of the problem happening right now, and that is the fact that you have within you a fight or flight mentality. The fight or flight mentality is a very deeply ingrained part in our subconscious. This happens, it's your instincts, and it happens below your ability to consciously even control it. It has you up and running before you even know you're doing it. Studies have shown that most of our actions happen a split second before we consciously are even aware of it. Like moving your arm, I just move my arm up. I don't know how to move my arm up like that. I don't know how to tense up the muscles, send the chemicals down that cause my muscles to contract just the right amount, but your subconscious does. It is so much in charge of your body. And when you have triggered that fight or flight mentality, it is like the subconscious negativity on steroids. It's worried about everything. It's worried about right now. There's a lot of studies that show that our fight or flight mentality is focused on the present day, right now threats. That's right. So that something like a virus or people dying in this moment, that's the most important thing. It's like being attacked by something or someone. That's going to be the most important thing in the world right now. Even though there might be other things that are just as dangerous, we're not going to be focused on those. We're not going to be aware of those because those might be what we call rational fears. The microbe is an irrational fear, and it causes that fight or flight mentality to go berserk. And you will not be able to overcome it because it's so much stronger than you are. We need to be healthier. The idea is when you are as healthy as possible, mentally, physically, and emotionally, once again, you're going to be able to deal with that fight or flight mentality even better. Because having a healthier subconscious mind means it's not going to be under the control of an irrational response quite as much. In that case, your fight or flight mentality is going to be limited to protect you and not to make irrational choices. So let's talk about irrational things. When we're focusing just on present day circumstances, we miss something that is very important. Studies show that there's three of the issues that people have that are preventable. They're called preventable diseases, illnesses. The number one is diet. 800,000 people die every year from diet-related disease. 800,000. Another 80,000 die from alcohol-related accidents and illnesses as well. And several hundred thousand die every year. It might be like 300,000 or 400,000. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head from smoking-related illness. Yes, cigarettes are still legal. 400,000 people die every year, far more than are ever going to die from the COVID virus. Yet, do we outlaw cigarettes? No, we don't. because that's a long-term fear, not a short-term fear. We're so worried about just a short-term thing that we kill ourselves slowly. Altogether, 1.3 million people die every year from a combination of those three things. Preventable. Yet, are we worried about that? 1.3 million? No. During the worst pandemic we've ever had, the Spanish flu around 1917, they figure about 700,000 people died. Horrible. That's just a little over half of the amount that die in America every year still. Okay, I don't want to belabor this point too much, but the idea is when you are healthily focused and in the moment, these irrational fears don't take you over and have you forget what's really important, being healthier. Give up smoking, drink in moderation, eat healthier foods, enjoy your life, get exercise. It's far more important for you at a longer term to take control of your life this way. Now, you're not going to hear about it in the media. The media is going to be just focused on selling advertising and stirring up issues and being dramatic. You're not going to hear them talk about how many people died in alcohol-related illnesses or diet or smoking every year. It just doesn't sell the advertising or whatever else reason that causes them to be focused dramatically on just short-term issues. That's what they do. They're like the subconscious. They focus on short-term issues only. Don't buy into it. Of course, be careful. Drink the water. Use the mask when necessary. Distance yourself. Wash your hands. People die every year of the flu. Over 2 years ago, we had 60,000 people die of the flu. That's a huge amount. Yet we did nothing except ask people to take flu shots. We didn't shut down the whole world, the whole country. Now, obviously, the COVID virus is a lot more deadly and a lot more transmittable. But still, 60,000 last year was something like 35 or 40. That's a lot of people. The idea is we can be so triggered and so led by other people's fears and people stirring things up that it can seem like the end of the world, when in reality there's many challenges going on all the time that we need to healthily address. Now, this shouldn't make you depressed. It should just alert you to the fact that yes, there's certain steps you can take in all aspects of your life to live a happier life, a better life. And that's the idea, that's the goal, that is what we want to do to have a healthy life, a healthy society, a healthy world. Help everybody, remind them that being healthy now over your lifetime is going to lead to a better life later on, so you're not dying of smoking, alcohol, or diet-related illnesses. That's a waste of a life. So as you move forward, if you need any help, of course, come see someone like me to help sessions to quit smoking, to eat better, to avoid drinking as much, whatever the issue is. Most of what I'm offering is to help people to change that feeling at a deep level about who they really are, because you are the most important person in the world to me when you are there in front of me. Yes, you can move forward. You can overcome these old issues. You can find that as your mind gets quieter and calmer, you're more in touch with the reality. Being in nature is a wonderful way for you to feel what's real. We get so lost in humanity-based issues and cities and everything, we lose touch with nature. When you move away from the things created by men and women and you get back into nature, you begin to reestablish that connection with what is real, with what is firmly there, anchored within you. It will help you to rediscover yourself. So being in nature is a huge factor in emotional, mental, and physical health. Okay, hopefully I've given you some ideas, some reasons to avoid some of the issues, help you understand why you have the fears today, giving you some more light onto your own subconscious mind, always with the idea of moving you forward. If you need any more information, always go to my website, yourlifeinthenow.com. I have free videos, audios, some PDF reports that will help you to, once again, understand yourself so you can change yourself when you feel like it's important to you. This is all about self-empowerment. I'm there offering that help if you're ready. This is David Greenwood of Your Life in the Now. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I put them out about once a week. You can go down below there too and put a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hopefully this helped you, and we'll see you next time.